Imagine waking up one day to the news that death is now optional. Like, you just get a pop-up notification one day. Hey, want to live forever? Yes or no? At first, people would be losing their minds, some celebrating, others questioning every moral and philosophical belief they've ever held, governments scrambling to figure out how to regulate it, religious leaders giving impassioned speeches on why it's against the natural order, and social media, absolute chaos. Just one big mess of hashtags like hashtag Immortal Life and hashtag Death is Cancelled. But once the hype dies down, no pun intended, reality kicks in. You start seeing the cracks in what seemed like the ultimate gift. Think about it. If no one dies, the entire concept of life as we know it changes. Retirement? Forget it. With no end in sight, why would you ever stop working? Jobs would be locked up forever. Imagine being 20-something, full of ambition, but stuck behind a boss who's been running the place for 150 years. Your dreams of career progression suffocated by an immortal boss. You're stuck waiting for someone to decide they've had enough of immortality before you can get promoted. And that's just work. Relationships get weird too. Till death do us part becomes more of a suggestion than a promise. It doesn't really hit the same way when death is a choice. You could be married for 100 years, get bored, and just decide, nah, I'm out. Time to start over. Friendships would be wild too. You're out here hanging with your best friend from high school, but now they've opted out and you're just still here, trying to find new friends while carrying 300 years of baggage. And then there's the psychological toll. You'd think immortality would be liberating, but it's more like being stuck in a really long, boring movie that never ends. You've already done everything, seen everything, and honestly, you're kind of over it. You'll be sitting around like, I guess I'll learn to juggle fire this century just to feel something. Motivation? Gone. Urgency? What's that? You've got literally all the time in the world, so why bother doing anything today? Or tomorrow? Or this decade? And then there's the decision fatigue. Imagine living for 600 years and still not knowing if you're ready to check out. You'd probably end up living forever, just because you're too indecisive to call it quits. Yeah, I was gonna die around 2 and 30, but then I had a lot going on, so I just kept going. And then we hit the real ethical nightmare. Who even gets access to this kind of immortality? It's not gonna be on sale at Walmart. Let's not kid ourselves. You really think the rich are gonna let everyone in on that secret? Nah, the rich would hoard it, turning immortality into just another privilege of wealth. The world would be split between the eternally young elite and the rest of humanity, stuck in the old, mortal way of life. Imagine the resentment. Imagine the protests. People desperate to get their hands on something they can't afford, watching the wealthy flaunt centuries of luxury. Even nature itself wouldn't stand a chance. Overpopulation would spiral out of control. Cities would become endless megastructures, squeezing every inch of land just to house everyone. Food, water, energy, all stretched to the breaking point. We'd destroy the planet trying to make space for people who just refuse to die. And in the end, would it even be worth it? The very thing that makes life precious is its fleeting nature. Knowing it ends someday pushes us to love harder, to chase dreams, to make memories that actually matter. Take that away, and what do you get? A bunch of bored, overworked immortals wondering why they didn't just stick with the whole dying plan in the first place. Maybe the real lesson here isn't about whether we choose immortality. It's about understanding why we value life in the first place. Because in the end, the beauty of living is knowing that one day it will end. And that's what makes every second count.